What's up, guys?
Hey.
We're back with another video.
Yes.
What are we doing today?
So, like last week, me and James were talking, and we realized that I don't know a lot of older rock music. I really don't. Um, which is why we've been going over like Led Zeppelin and the Rolling Stones. And yes, it's true, like a lot of these songs are really big and they've been in movies and TV shows, so I know them from that. So I'll be like, oh, you recognize this. But I've never actually listened to any of these on my own. So I really have only ever heard them from shows and movies that they've been in, really. So we're gonna go through some of these, and he actually most likely knows them better than I do. So you'll probably have to break it down and teach me about the song.
Depends what it is.
Yeah, that's true. So I picked for today, we're gonna do Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb.
Obviously, I know this. I feel like everybody knows this song.
So the only thing I can remember that I know this from is Family Guy.
Oh, really? I don't remember it being in there. That's funny.
Hmm.
So, I will say two things. I think I told you once that, so my mom, Black Sabbath is her favorite,
Yeah,
but Pink Floyd was one of her other favorites, and she listened to
mhm.
Pink Floyd way more than Black Sabbath.
That's so funny. They're so
So,
different, in my opinion.
yeah, somewhat similar.
Like from what I know of
Mm.
Pink Floyd, I think it's more like 70s.
I'm not
And I
sure,
feel like
actually.
Black Sabbath is more like 80s. I might be making that up. I don't
You
know.
might be.
I'm probably making
I
that
think
up.
they're pretty, I'm sure one started
The
before the other.
sound is different.
So
They're
yeah,
very different.
it is. So I don't think Pink Floyd would be categorized as metal, but Sabbath
No.
would. Do you
Yeah,
know what I
that's why
mean?
I say it's more of an 80s sound than a 70s sound.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd is definitely more of a 70s sound.
So I
From what I know. I might be making that up.
so I could be making up what I'm about to say. So comfortably numb, I feel like it's everybody associates it with like drug use, heroin use in particular. Um,
I get that from the title.
I feel like I might be making it up, but
We think we're making up
I
everything.
know. We've said that like 12 times because we're unsure. I didn't know we were doing
Yeah,
the song.
I just don't want you guys to yell at me in the comments.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy that.
So I didn't, oh, I don't give a fuck. You guys can fuck yourselves. So keep talking. But I believe that they had somebody in mind about this song. Or am I confusing that with another Pink Floyd song? That they had like a friend that like, or is that Shine On You Crazy Diamond? Okay. I don't know. Somebody they knew lost their mind. Maybe
Lost
that's
their
not this
mind.
song. Yeah, like literally, like just never came back.
Drugs.
Yeah. So I
Interesting.
don't remember the lyrics to this. So we're gonna have to listen to this. We'll try to break them down together. I've never inspected this song. You
No,
know what I
I
mean?
probably heard this song maybe like 3 times in my whole life. So
So,
that's why I was like, I should check it out.
when I used to be a drug addict shooting dope, I would clichely listen to this song, thinking I was cool, but I wasn't.
That's so funny. I don't
Yeah,
remember what I would I think I would just still listen to like metal
yeah,
or just not anything at all.
yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, if you're new here, we are both in recovery. We're both ex-addicts.
Yes, we are.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on all social media channels. The link's in the description below, and our username is right here.
Yes.
And let's check it out. And before you guys say anything, I swear I like really have not heard this song much at all.
Yeah.
Hello, is there anybody in there? Just not if you can hear me. Is there anyone home? Come on now. I hear you're feeling down. Well, I can ease your pain, get you on your feet again. Relax, I need some information first. Just the basic facts. Can you show me where it hurts? There is smoke on the horizon. You are only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. When I was a child, I had fever. My hands felt just right to balloons. Now I've got that feeling once again. I can't explain, you will not understand. This is not how I am. I have become comfortably numb.
So that is the only part of the song that I recognize.
See, the song give me the fucking chills.
Really?
My hair's
It's
standing.
funny. I'm just
It
confused,
is
I think.
fucking incredible, man.
Okay, so
Uh,
oh, this is going to be a really tough video to go over
'Cause it's only
lyric by
one
lyric,
line.
and I don't know the lyrics, so I'm gonna have to pull it up on my phone.
So let me say one
Or
thing.
you can do it if you want to try to go through the
Okay,
lyrics.
yeah. So there was what I was saying before was he might have been a member of Pink Floyd who like did drugs and like never came back. And again, I don't know if they're referring to him in this song or again if it's another song, but it's weird. So I don't know if the
I get
perspective if he's talking to
confused.
himself or not. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Um, so it says Roger Waters wrote the lyrics inspired by an experience where he was injected with tranquilizers before a 1977 concert in Philadelphia. That was the longest 2 hours of my life trying to do a show when you could hardly lift your arm.
Okay, so I was wrong. I was confusing this with I think Shine On You Crazy Diamond. I
Okay.
think that's the name of it. Again, I'm not the biggest Pink Floyd. I grew up with my mom listening to it. So,
Aw.
okay. So, hello, hello. And there's an echo.
Yes.
Is there anybody in there? So, which is interesting. So, I mean, if that's the first time you're hearing the song, you're like, okay, who's saying hello where? But
Yeah.
you're sedated and you're drugged. You know what I mean? And it's
Oh,
like,
so it's someone else asking if you're in
so that's
there,
what
I
I'm saying.
guess.
That's what the confusing part is. I'm not sure if he's talking to himself or from like another perspective, or if this is somebody else talking to him because he said, "Is there anybody in there?" But then he goes into his own experience. So,
Yeah.
and
Mm,
then just not if you can hear me. Is there anyone home? So again, the same thing. Somebody's talking to somebody who's fucking ridiculously high that they're like effectively non-responsive. What are
yeah.
you pulling up on the?
It
Oh,
says,
sorry. Oh, there's a lot more lyrics
what's
there.
the name of the lead singer?
Roger Waters is he the lead singer? I don't know
Who's Pink?
now. Maybe it's somebody's last name, maybe. I don't know actually.
So it says Pink is completely out of it. He is drugged, enclosed inside himself, and unable to function. He is needed to play the show, and the doctors are trying to get some sort of response out of his blank state. A slight nod with the head would do to show he's dozing off, but still listening.
Okay. So, is there anyone home? So, yes. Come on now. I hear you're feeling down. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Did I say here?
Come on now. I hear you're feeling down.
Okay. Well,
Well,
I can ease your pain.
yes. And get you on your feet again.
So that's like, okay, you're not feeling like yourself. You're not feeling good. So you could take this one of two ways. It's like you're just a normal person that's run down
Mhm.
and you can take this drug and it'll, make you feel good.
It's the drug talking, right?
Or if you're a drug addict, it's like, okay, you're in withdrawal and this will get you going again. You know what I mean?
Mm. Okay.
So then, yeah, get you on your feet again.
And he goes, relax.
Relax. I'll need some information first. So then it's like, is this the response to, do you know what
So,
I mean?
okay, I just saw that he was given these tranquilizers or whatever because he was like suffering from hepatitis. So I think this might be a doctor speaking. Because if it says here, relax, I'll need some information first, just the basic facts. Can you show me where it hurts?
Yeah.
But
It doesn't
also,
like
it
a
could also
doctor.
be like a drug talking, right?
Yes. Yes. Okay. I need some information first, just the basic facts. Can you show me where it hurts? So, drugs, it's like emotional hurt. You know what I
In
mean?
here, in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this is oh man, this is insane. There is no, okay, can you show me where it hurts? And it says, there is no
Yes.
pain. You are receding. There should be a comma there. There is no pain, comma.
Yeah,
You
like
are
you're drifting
receding.
away.
So you're feeling the euphoria kind of, or just the absence of, which happens, the absence of
Pain.
anything.
Yeah.
So you're receding, so you're fading, you're starting to go. Then he says, is this the next line? Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no pain, you
It
are
says
receding.
a distant ship.
A distant ship, smoke on the horizon. So, you know what I mean? Like, so you're receding. So if you're looking at the horizon and you see a little tiny ship far away,
Yeah,
it's
like
like
that's you.
you're fading away. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
You are so far from
So
reality.
far gone.
Yes. You are only coming through in waves, which it's funny. I had a conversation with my mom about this when I was like little. I don't know why. But so interesting is the ship on the horizon, and then he's talking about waves, right?
Like fading in and out of
But
consciousness.
yes, the waves is which
Like
I don't
nodding
I don't
out.
know if you've ever experienced that. That
Nodding out?
with
Yeah.
the coming through in waves. So like you're like honestly,
Like you just go like a like
you don't even have to be a drug addict to experience this. You ever go to sleep at night
oh
and
yeah, and you're like half
yeah,
awake and you're like, oh,
especially if you have the
yeah,
TV on. Yeah,
like a baby.
it's the same thing
Yeah.
effectively. You just don't have drugs running through your system.
Yeah.
But you also can't like control it. So like when you're nodding out from drugs like
You can
that,
try to. You can
you
smack
can
yourself in the face. I used to do that while I
yeah,
was
but
driving.
that'll only work for like a
Not
little
that I
bit.
would drive and then I'm trying to get myself in trouble here, guys.
They can't do anything.
I never did anything bad or hurt anyone.
So your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. So now it looks like again he's the high person is talking, right? Your lips move, but I can't hear what you're saying. Or unless the other person is saying the high person's lips are moving, but they're mumbling low.
The high person can't hear what the doctor's saying
That's
because
what I
they're so
thought.
high,
I can't hear what you're
I
saying.
think.
That's what I think too. When I was a child, I had a fever. This is a funny little twist he goes on. So when I was a child, I had a fever. My hands felt just like two balloons, which is like, what does that mean?
Yeah,
Your
I
hands are
can't, I don't identify
like
with that feeling.
floating,
Oh, I
or
thought like they were swollen. I
maybe.
don't know.
So you feel like you're floating, maybe?
Now that makes more sense.
And then so he had a fever and his hands felt like two balloons. And then he says, now I've got that feeling once again. So it's like he's equating it to like a fever dream. Do you know what I mean? And like just being
Yeah.
so like hallucinating. I've had that fever hallucination.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah. And
When
you're
I was
like,
little, I would get it really bad.
when we had COVID a few months ago and I had my fever that first day, I was delirious. I
Yeah.
was in and out. Like, so it is interesting that they are very similar. So is now I've got that feeling once again. I can't explain. You would not understand. So yeah, you wouldn't get it
I would.
unless you had this. This is not how I am. So that's funny. It's like I'm normally not like this. And then he says, I have become comfortably numb. And then I think we paused it right
Yeah,
here,
we
right?
paused it right there.
All right. Let's keep going.
And yeah, that's like the only part of the song I know.
I
Is
know
when he says that.
I know the lyrics from the first verse more than the rest of the song, I think. And the
Okay.
chorus.
little pinprick. There'll be no more. But you may feel a little sick. Can you stand up? I do believe it's working good. That'll keep you going through the show. Come on, it's time to go. There is no pain, you are receding. A distant ship, smoke on the horizon. You are only coming through in waves. Your lips move, but I can't hear what you say. When I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse out of the corner of my eye. I turned to look, but it was gone. I cannot put my finger on it now. The child is grown, the dream is gone. I have become comfortably numb.
Okay. So
426 we're at.
perfect.
Mm.
Okay, oh
Yeah.
yeah, he says it again. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I
I
become
didn't realize I
comfortably
just
numb.
broke up the whole chorus.
Well, it was. It's I become comfortably numb, and then it's like the instrumental, and then comfortably numb again,
Yeah,
and
I
then the next
didn't
verse.
see. Let's see if I could do this.
It's
Okay.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna end
You
up
want me to do it?
missing something. Yeah.
This video is very tough. You
Yeah.
know, and this
Yeah, you
mouse
guys
is
don't realize how difficult this is.
yeah. Okay, and then
Yeah.
it should be okay, okay, okay,
Yes.
and then it says just a little pinprick. So
Which is just so if this is about him getting hepatitis and then needing the tranquilizer shot. So it's kind of like the doctor telling him, like, oh, just a little pinprick, like, I'll just inject you
yes,
with the tranquilizer. But then also, like, if you're going to look at it from like a drug addict's perspective, like, this is like if it were the drug talking, which is how I sort of envision it. Like it'd be like heroin, being like, "Oh, it's just a little pinprick.
yeah,
Like you'll
of
be
course.
fine."
Yeah, or your brain trying to convince you to do it. Like, oh, it's just a little pinprick, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this part's interesting, right? Because there'll be no more, and then it goes out.
Like screaming, right? Like there'll be no more like
So,
craziness or turmoil in your head,
so I want to
right?
hear the tone again of the ah. I'm just gonna play this one part. I just want to hear the ah.
No more.
So I think so, because it's weird. They even put a comma after more, as if there'll be no more is the end of the thought, and then ah is a subsequent thought. So it's just like there'll be no more.
Or it
Like
could be no more pinpricks.
yeah, so it's just a little pinprick. There'll be no more. But I think you're right.
It would just be like
There'll there'll be no more. Yeah, screaming voices. You know all that shit. Yeah, no more. That's why I'm saying that there'll be no more, and then the ah is just a sound effect till they'll that there will be no more of anything,
yeah.
as opposed to there will be no more ah, like there'll be no more screaming. Do you know what I mean? The slight difference, whatever.
Like a turmoil.
He says, but you may feel a little sick.
Which is like so, it's just like screaming heroin to me.
I know. Well,
It's like you do dope, like especially if you've never done it before,
oh yeah, you'll puke.
you vomit.
Yeah. So I
You
just
just get sick, you get nauseous. I rarely ever vomited when I did it, but I would just be like perpetually nauseous.
I forget. I always forget that there's a good chance that people are seeing just one of our videos for the first time.
Oh,
So they have
true.
no context. Like, what are these fucking lunatics talking about shooting dope for?
That's true. So we're in recovery. I think I
Yes.
said this in the beginning of the video, and we're also not like encouraging people to do drugs. I'm just sharing what my experience was and what the lyrics mean and how I envisioned them or how he envisions them. And if you guys ever, if anyone is struggling with addiction out there, like feel free to message us and we can talk.
Yes, I have 7 years. She is a week and a half away from 7 years
So you're
clean.
about to say I had a week clean.
No,
I was like, no.
you're 9 days away from 7 years.
Yeah, I'll have 7 years February 1st.
Yes. So that's the context. I always forget that most people don't watch our other
No.
videos. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's they're catching one for the first time or whatever. So yes, you may feel a little sick. So I think that's just with any IV. Remember when I was in
Well,
the
also,
hospital?
if he was injecting with a tranquilizer, it'll probably make him feel sick too.
Yeah. And then
It was a tranquilizer, right?
yeah, I'm sure. And then the next line is
Yeah, tranquilizers because he had hepatitis or something like
yeah. I do believe it's working. Good. So, it's kicking in.
Yeah, so then because he was supposed to like perform after,
Yeah.
right? From what I'm reading.
And then the next line is that'll keep you going through the show,
Yes.
which is the backstory that you gave us,
But you can also just think about this as being heroin.
of course. And then come on, it's time to go. And doesn't he say, can't you stand up? Or did we already miss that?
Um,
Okay. Isn't there a line about can you stand up? Or was that in the previous verse?
um, It'll keep you going. Oh, gee.
Yeah. Okay. I just thought there was another line. There'll be no more I do
Mm.
believe it's working good.
Yeah, that'll keep you going through. It goes, can you stand up, stand up, stand up? I do believe it's working.
Oh,
Good.
okay. So we missed that line before. Whatever. That'll keep you going through the show. Come on, it's time to go.
Mm-hmm.
There is no pain, you are receding. So this
It's
is
the
the same
chorus
imagery,
again.
a distant ship, smoke on the horizon. Do they have a comma between a distant ship and smoke on the horizon?
Yes.
Because they're two
Like
different
two
things.
different
Yeah,
thoughts.
because it could be ship smoke, but I don't think it is. It's a distant ship and also a smoke on the horizon, which is,
Exactly.
okay. Then it gets a little different here. You're only coming through in waves again. Oh, Jesus, that scared me. Keep going. I'll
Okay.
take this.
All right. So our food is here, and we pride ourselves on being real and not editing anything. So this is just going to be live, I guess. Let's see. When I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse out of the corner of my eye. I turned to look, but it was gone. I cannot put my finger on it now. The child is grown. The dream is gone. So he doesn't actually state what he's seeing or what he caught a glimpse of, which I think is the point because he's remembering seeing something, but not being able to put his finger on it or not knowing what it even was that he saw, which is like, what is this about?
Okay, yeah, sorry, I'm gonna pick up where we left off. That scared me so much. You could probably see it in the video. I fucking jumped. The guy was slamming on the door. Okay, you're coming through in waves. Your lips move. I can hear what you're saying. Yeah, so I hear you talking about the childhood story. When I was a child, I caught a fleeting glimpse out of the corner of my eye. I turned to look, but it was gone.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming he's talking about a glimpse of this feeling, of this experience.
Yeah, like one of the people on Genius, like guessing, I think, is saying that they think he's talking about the future. I don't know. I
Interesting.
feel like the vibe I get is that it's supposed to be kind of like enigmatic.
No, because I think so. He's saying when he was a child and he had that sickness where the
Ah,
fever.
okay, so
So
connected, right? They're
this is
connected.
so he got a glimpse of what he's feeling now back when he was a child, like the first time he was telling us about it.
Yeah, so he's saying when he was a child, he caught a glimpse of this.
Yeah, he says, I turned to look, but it was gone. I cannot put my finger on it now.
So
That's
like
my
he caught a glimpse of like this feeling when he was younger, which is like it's giving drug addicts.
the child is grown, the dream is gone. So it's interesting. So it's reality, like he's really experiencing this. It wasn't a fever dream. You know what I mean? It was a fever dream kind of when he was a child, but now he's grown and it's not a dream. It's real
Yeah,
life and he's fucking mangled right now.
exactly.
Yeah. That, at least that's my interpretation. Let me know if you guys get something else.
Yeah.
And I've become comfortably numb.
Right.
So
And then,
I think we've
oh,
gone
and
for it here.
also, I don't know if it'll be the same, but on our last Rolling Stone video, everyone's telling us not to overthink it. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
that's what we're
Depends what the
doing.
line
We
is.
break things down.
Yeah, it's the whole point. If
Yeah.
you know, we don't do fake reactions, as you'll see.
No.
Which we definitely could get a lot more views if we pretended like,
Yeah, I could have totally said I've never heard this
yeah, of
before,
course,
and you guys probably would have believed me.
maybe.
But that's not, I've heard it probably 3 times.
Yeah, half our Eminem videos, it's like, yeah, I know this. Like, okay,
Yeah,
you know.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
But yeah, we're being honest about what we know and what we don't.
Yeah.
All right, let's finish this up. We gotta eat.
Comfortably numb.
So there was actually no more words, right?
No, I didn't know that.
I think I did. I was listening, so I was listening to that sick guitar.
Play out. Yeah, that was really good. That was a really good solo.
Yeah, so I was also looking up on my phone. I was like, this is in a Martin Scorsese movie, and we were just talking about fuck, what
Yeah.
reaction was that we were
It
talking
was
about?
the Rolling Stone song that
Oh, Give Me
I
Shelter.
didn't know, but
Yeah.
then I had seen all of those movies
And you still didn't know.
for it.
This was in The Departed. That's why I was looking it up on my
It
phone.
was?
Yes.
I've seen,
Yeah.
so maybe that was the other movie I had seen that had this song in it. Because I know the chorus, but
Of
I just
course.
know not even the beginning of the chorus. I just know I've become comfortably numb. That is all I know. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like, up until I was in high school, I didn't really listen to rock. I would listen to metal. Like I listened to Bullet for My Valentine and other bands like that. And I was very big into punk rock, like, on
We
the
should.
punk rock music, like Taking Back Sunday, things like that. And then I liked rap. I also liked pop music. But then I started really getting more into like 90s and alternative. And I stayed with that. And then also I started liking a lot more metal, like Slipknot and Korn and things like that. I just never really listened to anything much older than that, except for like Black Sabbath and like Jimi Hendrix. And I'm sure there are others. But yeah, I really just never listened to Pink Floyd. They weren't like my kind of band, but like the song's really good.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I've known this song since I was little. I never picked up on the doctor giving him drug. You know what I mean? I never picked up on that story.
Genius. Like that's what they said is the reason why they wrote this song, but it parallels really well with heroin addiction.
Oh yeah, no, of course, it definitely does. I
Yeah.
always just thought it was strictly that, you know what I mean? But because like I said, I was confused when you started. It's like, is there anybody in there? You know? And it's like, okay, who's talking to who here? Do you know
Because
what
he
I
was
mean?
probably really sick, having a fever, not feeling well. I mean, I've never had hepatitis. I don't know any much about it.
No.
but I know that it's really hard to cure,
Yeah.
essentially.
Ironically, using IV drugs is going to give you
Causes it.
epilepsy. Yeah.
But how?
It's the blood.
Because I know, so like hepatitis literally translates to inflamed liver.
Hmm.
So I guess but like, what is it that does it? Is it a bacteria? Is it just the act of IV drugs causes your liver to
No, no, no.
swell?
It's the blood from sharing needles, typically.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a
You
bacteria.
you
It's an
you
organism.
contract it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting.
But yeah,
Right.
so
Right.
I never inspected the lyrics of this song. You know what I mean? Before, I'm glad that we did.
Yeah.
It's great. It's incredible. It's iconic. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like you said, you don't know this song, but you know it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's been in movies and shows that I've watched. I was like, oh, what's that? And then someone's like, oh, it's Comfortably Numb by Pink Floyd. I'm like, oh, I don't listen to them. I don't know.
It's like cliche to see in a TV show or a movie, like somebody doing drugs and
That's
this
literally
song
what was done
playing.
in Family Guy. I just can't remember
Yeah,
anything about it, but knowing it was in there.
yeah, that's funny.
But yeah, so we gotta go eat. I'm starving. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
See you. Bye.
Bye.